MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com, and these are 10 things you need to know about the Immari. Number 1, they're space dwarves. That's right, dwarves in space. Exactly how you'd imagine them to be. They're stocky, gruff, and they got big beards. They got belt buckles and boots. And if you're a dwarf lover, then you're gonna wanna hear this. Because these engineers of war, also known as space dwarves of Ravaged Star, are rocking the tabletops of many a wargamer in many homes. I don't know why we're saying it that way, but it's true though. They're available for pre-order on GameFound. I've provided links in the description for you to peruse and discover every miniature available. Number 2, they got big robots. If you like mechs, there's mechs. And they're piloted by the dwarves. Granted, some of them are remote control, such as the Scout, operated by this Mech Master, but for the most part, these Diplomats and Ambassadors, who by the way, wield a hammer he calls the Negotiator, are stomping their way across battlefields in the galaxy. Number 3, they're Shieldmaidens. I mean, this makes me happy. I love the interpretation of all the dwarven warriors that could possibly exist in the galaxy. So when I saw how intimidating these Shieldmaidens looked, I was excited to share them with the community. Dare I say, they can win in a fight against their counterparts, the Shieldwardens? I suppose that's up for debate. What do you think? Number 4, they got magic. Like literally, they can manipulate matter and move objects, and destroy mines if they really wanted to. Such is the case with this architect. Wouldn't you want him fighting on your side? Leading your army against whatever foe is foolish enough to wage war on these grizzled veterans? I mean, I'm just saying, like, I would want this. I'm not unique and special. Pretty sure people would want this too. Number 5, they were your choice. The Immari, or engineers of war, were your choice to make. I just asked the question, out of these possibilities, robots, orcs, elves, or space dwarves, you guys chose the dwarves. And they won by a landslide. Props to my buddy Tom for suggesting them in the first place. And it's just fun for me to say, Tom, it's your fault. So if you ever see Tom and you want to show him your color scheme on your Immari, you can say to him, Tom, I chose this color because of you. And just know that every time you do that, I'll be giggling to myself. Pardon the interruption, but I gotta let you know that the Pledge Manager is closing for Ravaged Star Miniature Tabletop Wargame Wave 1, August 9th, 2024. So if you want to finalize your orders, now's the time to do it. Otherwise, you won't get a second chance, because when the Pledge Manager reopens for Wave 2, Wave 1 miniatures won't be available. Get them now, before August 9th. You have limited time left. If you already started your orders, complete your orders. If you're thinking about placing an order, now's the time to do it. August 9th, 2024, Pledge Manager closes. Now back to the video. Number 6, they can be proxies. Yeah, that's right. I've seen them proxied in other gaming systems. A good example of that is Mikey from Hellstorm Wargaming. Look at this awesome army he assembled for his game of Warhammer 40k. Not only did he paint the entire thing, which by the way, Tom, it's your fault, he thrashed his enemy without remorse. You should check out the game and ask Mikey if he's all right. Hey mate, you all right? Number 7, they're flexible. What does that mean, Dave? It means they have both fantasy and sci-fi influences. If you gravitate more toward the mystical and magic or even Viking inspirations, then you can assemble armies catered to this theme. Combine magic and close combat prowess, and this can be easily the flavor for you to enjoy as well. On the flip side, if you want to lean into the mechanical and you prefer tech, prepare for a hard flex. Because the engineers of war got that covered. Dudes, stompy robots. Need I say more? Also drone controllers. Yeah, there's drones too. That's pretty sweet. Number 8, they're the good guys. If you like being an honorable protagonist in the story you forge on your tabletop, then you are the Immari. I've noticed it's quite popular in various gaming systems to portray factions as either evil or, how shall we say, morally flexible? Granted, there's also good guys who exist, and in the case of these space dwarves, they are no exception. If you're ever in need, you could go to an Immari and ask for help and not feel ashamed. They will receive you with open arms. Probably give you a wrench. Say, hey, tighten these with me. Number 9, they got lots of firepower. Like, I'm talking about a lot. Cannons, rockets, lasers, projectiles. If this is your flavor of gameplay, then you'll love the variety of weapons at your disposal. The arsenal of goodies that exist in this faction is unlike any other. Like, take a look at these Pathfinders. Who doesn't want a dwarf with goggles and a minigun? I don't know about you, but this makes me happy. Like, this looks super fun. And I'm partial to the Veil Touched because, you know, they're chaotic in nature. Number 10, they're the last of their kind. According to legend, Navir, the god of wrath, gene-spliced many species over thousands of years to create the Gorkog, the resident alien bug faction of Ravaged Star, who ultimately decimated billions of Immari space dwarves. The dwarves you see today are the survivors of their entire race. They are the engineers of war, the military remnant of their species. Which makes sense if you think about it. They were the best ones to defend themselves. Every miniature you see in this video, and the ones I haven't shown you as well, are all available for pre-order on GameFound. Follow the link in the description or type Ravaged Star, the tabletop miniature war game, on Google or GameFound. Both will lead you there. But I'm warning you, there's a lot of plastic there. Like an obscene amount. It might be overwhelming. It might be hard to make a decision on what to get. My personal recommendation? 2-player starter set, Siege of Ankar. Not only does it contain 2 factions, the Immari and the Gorkog, but it also has everything you need in order to start playing the game. Of course, you can always get war packs to bolster your forces, which are also available on the GameFound page. And if you're like me, you're gonna want all the plastic, so that's also available too. I'm MiniWarGamer Dave, and these are 10 things you needed to know about the Immari.